Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Uh, I'm good. Maybe you can raise your voice a little bit. It's quite soft.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, the your voice is a bit soft.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Is it
now it's
fine?
good.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So did you trade the yesterday's market or
Yesterday, yes.
Mhm.
Uh, it was like one win, one loss. So it was what do you call that? It was even up.
Okay, like 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I need to see why do you usually I mean okay, let's see now. So let's start with yesterday's market. Let's convert to your time zone, which is GMT +8. Okay. All right. So here we go. So during what time? Okay, what is the overnight session time? I think it's 3 a.m., right? 3 a.m. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah. Can.
Okay, okay. 3 a.m. Let's start with up here, 3 a.m. Okay. So the first thing I always advise you from time to time is to draw the semantics and do some markings on your chart, like the sessions and everything. Okay, this is the first important step. So let me mark it down here. OSS, Asian session, directly into it. Asian session. It should be, I think your time is 3 p.m. Oh, sorry, 2 p.m. Am I right? Asian session close.
Um, yes, 2 p.m. So 14.
Yeah, okay, 2 p.m. Asian close. Okay. And then we have the Euro Open, which is 3 p.m. EO. And then the last one is the London Open, probably the 4 p.m. London Open. Okay. So here we have the markings here on the chart. So as I said, we mark the highest point and the lowest point on the chart between this OSS and Asian close. And we call that as an overnight high and overnight low range, OH and OL range, right? So the lowest point here, according to me, should be this one.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So there can be two kind of situations here. Okay, and the highest point, we have not determined the highest point yet. The price keeps on moving up and up, right? And right on the Asian close, here the high is not developed yet. So we just take it like this here, the last high. So here in my like according to my opinion, the high is not developed yet. So what do you do in such situation? Where is your high? Yeah, so where is high? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking where is the high? The overnight high. Where would you mark it? Right over here?
Just No, below a bit, I think.
This one here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So we call it as overnight high. OH should be at the top. The problem here is that when we are marking it, okay, this one, let's confirm it with the 5 minute time frame. What I'm essentially looking at that if you are confused with overnight high and low, then I just suggest you to go for the indicator which is high and low, pivot high and pivot low, this one. Okay. So here the point is we did not develop any high yet. So let me do the settings now. It should be 3 and 3. Okay. Yeah, this one is the high here. And this one ultimately is also high before Asian Open once the market is developed. So we can move our high to this point. Okay. Any problem here?
No.
No. So it's always advisable to use this indicator and make the settings at 2 just for a confirmation here. Okay. So yeah, this one was the high actually. Our initial observation was this one, but later on with the indicator confirmation, we just, conclude that this is our major high. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you're gonna just mark it off and like we're gonna just hide it off. And now shift to the 5 minute time frame and see the structure here first. What kind of structure are we in? What do we see before the price entered this overnight high and overnight low range? This is the range here, right? Overnight high and overnight low range. According to me, what the price is doing here, first of all, the price made some sort of accumulation here, right? Accumulation here. Okay. So yeah, the price made an accumulation here. And okay. And then, but the point is here, we did not have any high volume. Okay. How about this point here? The price made a very high volume and the price broke this range, right? So there is some
Yeah.
sort of accumulation and you can see the very, very high volume, significant volume over here, significant volume over here. Okay. So this one essentially it's a shakeout here. You can see, okay. You see, so we need the price to retest this here. The retesting occurred here. The price went up. Okay. So here is some sort of accumulation. So we identify this as accumulation before. Okay. And this is JAC, jump across the creek. Obviously, the price breaks the last high. Okay. And the price breaks the last high. And of course, during this high, this is when the price breaks the last
Sorry.
high. Mhm.
Can I disturb a bit? Between those three lines, that second line, how did you, or why did you make a line there?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, yeah.
This one, I just made a line based on the observation that, okay, you're talking about this line here, this one, right?
Yeah, just, yeah.
Okay, I just observe a very high volume here, okay? And then I just observe, okay, okay, this one is actually shake out of this one. If you see on a smaller time frame, this would be spring of this point, okay, on a very, very major volume. All right, so there has to be some sort of, and the price then breaks through it on an increasing volume. Very, very good volume here. You see, breaks through it, increasing volume. Can you see?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a range here. I just identified this as a range. Okay, this is just a normal range with high and low. You can see it's a range here. That's it. Nothing more than that. And there's a spring here. The spring setup. If you go to the lower time frame on a 5 minute time frame. Okay, let's see. You can see here very, very clearly. Okay, it's a fixed range. Can you see? The price made a shakeout, spring, went above, high volume, price tested it, and then went more higher, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And this was the last major high. the price breaks through this high, okay, makes jump across the creek. The price again breaks through this high. Again, the price is in jump. The price has a very, very sustained volume, and then the market closes. Okay, here the market closes. So right now here, what we can identify that what we can identify right over here. Oh, which one is this one? Sorry, this one. What we can identify here. What I said is this is accumulation. Okay, accumulation. This is reaccumulation. All right, reaccumulation, and then the price moves towards this overnight high. Any questions so far here?
No.
Okay. Now, what is our bias before London Open?
Bullish.
Yeah, it seems like a bullish here. The price makes a higher high as well. You can see we have this kind of accumulation structure here. Okay, accumulation structure, and the price moves up. Okay, seems very, very bullish, right? Okay, now we go to the 5-minute time frame, and we just consider the price is bullish here. All right, and then what do you see here at the Europe Open? The price breaks through it. The price, we go to the 3-minute time frame for further confirmation. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, let's go for the Europe Open now. Now here is the point where people do most of the mistakes here. Okay, the price just breaks through it, and there is sudden acceleration. Okay, if the volume has to increase, right, the volume would increase like this. Okay, but there is sudden acceleration here. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, the sudden acceleration here, and then followed by immediate no demand, right? And then the price fell down. Okay, and you can see the price is moving very, very linearly, and then sudden acceleration to the upside. Remember, I told you about this rule. What we call it?
Yep.
It's a buying climax structure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Correct.
It's a buying climax structure. Okay, if you go on and see the 5-minute time frame, okay, this is the like here is the here's the point where people are mostly caught here. So this is a low. This is we join this low and this low, okay, or probably this low, and now can you see here?
Yeah.
Before London Open, we can draw this structure. Now the entire scenario changes. Now once the London opens, oh sorry, once the Euro opens, the price is already what? Can you tell me? Overbought. Am I right? So that's buying climax plus overbought, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what is the situation here? Okay, when the price is overbought. Okay. Now you might say, okay, the bias here was bullish, but during Europe Open, the bias changed. Okay, and you can see the price breaks through this structure with a very high volume. Can you see? Breaks through down. Right? So
Yep.
if you are taking this trade like this, you are making a very, very huge mistake here. Why? Because the bias has just shifted. Okay. You obviously it would lead to a losing trade. Why? Because the major bias has shifted. Now you can see here this volume. Compare this volume with the past volume here. You have never seen such a high volume in this whole range. Have you? Once you see this high volume, what I suggest you just draw this structure here. Just draw this line over here. Probably this one here. Yes. See, a very, very high volume. Can you see?
Yeah.
We haven't seen such a high volume in like in the last whole session, right? It's a very high volume, and it's buying climax plus OB. So what do you expect?
The price will go down and it'll be a bearish bias.
Okay, if this is buying climax and overbought, this should be what? Of course, automatic reaction. Okay, right? Now we cannot take a trade here. All right. Okay, this is AR, and this one is what? Secondary test. Okay, secondary test. Now you can see one characteristic of secondary test. What can you see?
Lower high.
Lower high. When secondary test is posting a lower high, what you're gonna do here? You're gonna draw another line, and you're gonna judge here. Okay. Now, the price tested here. Okay. Now what happened? What did you see here? This is what? UT, right? UT on a very sustained volume, higher volume, right? UT, upthrust. Okay. So either you can enter on a confirmation right over here. This is UT, so this is a confirmation. UT is complete right over here. When the price closes below this range, the price goes up and closes below this range. UT is confirmed here. So either you can just place your trade right over here. Okay. Place a stop loss. If this is your stop loss here, okay, it should be this and these are equal highs, right? So last stop loss would be here, right? Okay. And then you can target your 2 ratio trade. That's it. All right. This is the first point. Now, the problem here in this situation, in this whole situation, in this whole hour between here to here, you did not get a chance to enter the trade, did you?
I entered FDI.
Here?
You see the channel lower,
This one?
lower. After London open,
Okay.
when I saw the huge bar down, then I waited it to go up a little bit more. Then I start taking the trade.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine too. But there is again a separate. So this is our ideal position here. Either you go for this one, or either you can also go for this test of this UT. Okay, these two are ideal position. Okay, stop loss should be here. It's very clear stop loss, and then we can just go down for 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, but in between Euro and London, I definitely made the mistake. I think I also took I took
Long trade.
yes, a long trade
Long
at
trade
AR.
because you thought that it's a bullish bias from here, and then you took a long trade, right? But
Yeah.
you should
Then because
identify the bias is shifted here, right? Shifted here when we observe this overbuying climax and overbought on a very, very high volume.
yeah,
Okay.
correct.
And then
After I made the mistake, then only I started to draw the channel. Then only I realized the overbought.
okay. I mean, let me give you one simple trick of the channel. Okay. There is a one simple trick here. Let's see if we have a channel here, line chart. Now you shift to the line chart, and here the things will become much, much easier. Let me show you how. Okay. Now you see here, what can you see here? What the price is doing here? Can you see? The price is making a range, a fixed range. Am I right? Very simple to identify. Here, the price making a range and then the price is coming down. So you can just identify like this. Am I right? What do you
Yeah,
think? Here as well, what does the price do? A very
spring.
simple range. Yeah, spring. It's reaccumulation, right? Reaccumulation. And then here, what is the price doing? The price went up here. Okay. And then we had a reaccumulation, but we did not get a chance of spring. Instead, we break down, tested it, and we came more down, right? Okay. Here, what is the price doing again? Spring setup here. Okay. Spring, test of spring. Price finally breaks up. Okay. It breaks through this key area, this key line, and then on a high volume, it's JAC. And then after coming out of this range, what the price is doing? Can you see? The price starts moving in a narrow range. Can you see? Now, this may not be visible on a bar chart to you, but if you join to the line chart, you can closely see that the structure goes up and then the price starts ranging. So once you see this kind of structure, once you see the change of angle, can you see the price goes up like this and then the angle of descent becomes like this, ascent becomes like this. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
So you can just draw the channel from here. And here you can identify, okay, we can draw the channel from here. Very simple is that. Okay. Now let's see. Here, according to me, the structure is changing. This is a range here. Now this might not be identifiable on a on a bar, but if you just change to this one here, we can easily see what did you see here. Price came here, tested it, make a small accumulation, went up. Okay. And this was the first lower high. Okay, first lower high, UT, test of UT, and then the price breaks down with the falling through ice. And then the price tested again with FTI. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay. So, anyways, what do we see here? So after your trade, what do we see here? The price just ranged a lot continuously, right? And now so this was only like I only got one chance. Okay, look, yesterday, market like posted only one trade, and then there's FTI. After FTI, there's a jump across the creek. Oh, not jump, sorry. There's LPSY.
LPSY?
So this is actually LPSY. All right. So if this is LPSY here, so how would you draw it? Of course, you could extend this channel. It's very, very identifiable. This is LPSY. Okay. You can also draw this range structure here. Okay. So the price breaks down, tested it on a no demand here. Can you see no demand here? So yes, you can just put a little bit stop loss right over here, the top side, and then you can target the lows here, 2R. Okay. And then what happened here again? After FTI, the price starts ranging very badly. Okay. And then what do you see here? Again, the price starts ranging here again. Okay. We got this one here. Upthrust, that's the upthrust, a very perfect trade to go down. Can you see? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was another trade if you would have taken it. Okay. All right. Now you know that the London, that the New York session has shifted 1 hour earlier.
No.
Okay. Before, at what time? Like what was a London session? Sorry, a New York session.
I think it was
Open
8
time
p.m.
8 p.m.
So yeah,
Yours
I think
8
it
p.m.
was 20.
or 21. Hello.
Sorry.
Is it 21 or 20?
Usually I remember New York is like we discussed before was like 20, 20. Then after that, post New York will be 21.
Okay. So yeah. So 20. Yeah, correct. So all right. Anyway, so here's a trade here. And this is a setup here. So let's go for the New York open time here. So this is how we would trade the what to say this whole strategy. Okay. What I mean to say that this buying climax and OB change the whole structure. Yes, the previously the bias was really what to say bullish, right? And a small sort of VCP pattern also formed here, and the price kept on rising up. But then this changed the entire scenario. You got it? So you have to keep this in mind as well. Any question here?
No.
Okay. And similarly, okay, there is also a way to trade, what to say, this New York session. Okay. Now, first of all, I need to see NY. The New York Stock Exchange is open from Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I need to convert 9:30 a.m. NY to Malaysian time, MYT. So 9:30 a.m. in New York is actually 9:30 p.m. Okay. But it's shifted now with like it is now shifted backwards. So it's like 8:30 a.m. All right. So let me show you
So now London opens at sorry, New York opens at
1 hour
8:30.
earlier. 1 hour earlier. No, it doesn't open at 30. Okay, let me show you. You see here daylight saving. Okay. The US entered DST and clocks are moved forward by 1 hour. Got it? That's a daylight saving shift. And okay, by 1 hour. But essentially this would not make much difference if you just like okay. You will see at 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock you have a higher volume here. 8:30. Okay. So it's 9:30. So it's like 8:30 p.m. So just mark the New York open time. New York open time. First of all, you just mark the New York open time. The New York open time is 8 p.m. your time, right? Okay. These are
Yeah.
the important times. 8 p.m. And then the next one is 9 p.m. your time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have these two timings. Sorry.
But if the time move, then it shouldn't be 8 p.m. anymore, right?
Yeah. No, it's that's like the price went what to say. It's just like a daylight saving. Okay, but it does not affect the stock market. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So many people just do the mistake. They said, okay, the price moved 1 hour, so it should be like this, and the next one should be like this. It should move to 1 hour. Yeah, that's fine in some situation, but it's not like always the case here. The case here would be that okay, the we just take this standard opening time. So 5, yours should be 8, right? 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Right over here. Is it 8 here? 8 and 9. Am I right? According to your time. I don't remember according to time zone. It's just 5 and 8. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is NY open. And then, okay, you have to then identify the time of Asian close, actually. Asian close. Where is the Asian close? Can you let me know where is the Asian close? What time? 2 p.m.?
Asian close. Asian
Yeah,
close, yeah, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay. Now we have a fixed time zone here. This is one of the easy strategy here, which you can apply. Now, can you identify the highest point and the lowest point between this region from Asian close?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because the point is last session high. Okay. Last session high and low. The reason why we don't take the reason why we don't take the what to say this Euro Open or the London session high. What's the reason about like why we took this Asian session high and low? Can you let me know? Was the reason that we took the Asian session high? Why
Uh,
why we are measuring between Asian session and this New York session? Okay, the reason is that once this NY session is opened, okay, the Asian session is closed, but London session is already in progress. Got it? London session closes at 11:30 p.m. your time, roughly around here. You can see the last closing. During the last closing, the price will make this last jump here, like this spike in volume, because all the London traders are exiting their position over here, and then the price will keep on going on, okay, until the close. Got it? Hello?
Yep.
So what I mean to say,
Um,
whenever London session opens, okay, sorry, whenever New York session opens, okay, at that time, Asian session has already closed, but the London session is already in progress. Got it? It's not closed yet. So we take the last high and low of that session, which is already closed. Got it? That's the key idea here. So Asian session is here. Do you understand my point or not?
not really.
Okay. When the London session is okay, this is the New York session open. And why open? Can you tell me before NY open, okay, what was the last session? What was the session what was the last session that was closed before NY open?
Asian.
Asian. Why not Europe or London session? The reason is because London session and Europe session are already in progress once NY opens, and there's an overlap. Okay, this area is an overlap between NY session and London session. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. And then the London session closes at 8:30 p.m. your time, right over here. So obviously, what are you gonna do? We're gonna mark the New York Open and Asian close, okay? And then we mark the highest and lowest point from here to here. Got it? Easy. So just remember
Okay.
that.
Okay.
What we have to do, very simple. You okay, you have to mark, you have to mark Asian close and NY open. Okay, and then mark the highest point and lowest point between this region. So this is the highest point, and this one is probably the lowest point. Am I right? We call it as Asian high. Okay, this is Asian high, Asian London high. Okay, and this is Asian London low. Got it? Okay. So what are you gonna do? What else do you see here? And if you want to just measure it, just you can just mark high and low. Got it? From this and this, high and low. Okay. Now what's the second step here? The second step is you have to identify the bias. So what was the bias before the price entered this Asian high? What do we see? The price is an uptrend. Okay. And then we can draw some channel here, as I told you from the previous session or here. And it was what? So here we can say
Oh, so
at Asian high, we have what? We have bearish bias,
bearish.
right? Okay. How about the Asian low? And what do I see? The price breaks down, and this is a second low. If we draw the channel from here to here, okay, what do we identify? The price is some sort of way, the price is forming what? Some sort of SOT. Can you see?
SOT.
Yes, yes, SOT. Correct. And then you can see this high volume and the price breaks above, right? On a high volume. So yes, what kind of situation is this? And you can see a significant high volume here during SOT progress. Am I right? Last touch. You can go to the 5-minute time frame to refine it further. And now you can define it very, very easily. This touch, second touch, very, very high volume here, spring, and then the price recovers here. Okay, the NY session open rise over here. Now go to the 3-minute time frame. So at this point here, what do we have? Bearish bias or bullish bias?
Bullish.
Okay, and we have the bullish bias here. All right, so, and then the price breaks above, okay? And okay, first touch, second touch, third touch, okay? First, second, and third. So what are you gonna do in this point here? You're gonna make this line here, okay? And the price, what happened? This the New York opens, okay? Price made what? The price straight away is doing what? It breaks through the channel. Am I right?
Yep.
Then the price came down, okay? Okay, all right. And what this does here? What will you call this situation here? Buying climax? Just market. Sorry, selling climax. This one should be AR,
JAC.
AR plus JAC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do we have here? And you see increasing volume, okay? And then the price came down, okay? The price made what? Secondary test. After secondary test, the price, this is what? This is reaccumulation structure. The price again tested it, okay? And you can see a shakeout here, high bar, okay? The bar increases in length, but the volume is also extraordinary high, okay? And then what do we see here? Secondary test. After secondary test, the price came back here, and what the price is forming here?
VCP.
Hmm?
Higher lows.
Yeah, okay, VCP. And as I told you that the US enters DST, okay, day saving time, and clocks are moved forward by 1 hour. So it means your major time here would be this one here, this New York open. Okay, the whole situation is settled over here. So of course, yeah, if you want to enter your trade, you can enter right over here. Okay, it's a VCP pattern, first touch, second touch, and it's a VCP pattern. You see a very high volume here. Okay, all right. So of course you can draw this line here. The price is making higher lows. Okay, just make a dotted line. Okay, we see pattern, and then the price. This is a reference line. The price made what? After no result. So this is our initial trade. Am I right? First trade. Okay. And then what happens here? The price made what? What is this?
It looks like a JAC.
JAC. Okay. After JAC, what would you expect?
Reaccumulation.
The accumulation. So you mark the high, you mark the low here. Okay. And this is upthrust here. Would you take the upthrust normally? No. Why? Because it's JAC. So bias is still to the upside. And then the price made a spring here. You see, spring here, test a spring, and then price finally spring here. Okay. But the volume here are not very, very significant here. Okay. It's a very, very normal volume. Okay. All right. So the price, what is the price doing? Spring. Okay. And then it's like a spring, second time spring. Okay. Spring.